Hello, audience. Today we are met with the infamous Naitronbomb gamer. For the safety of him and his family, we are keeping his identity anonymous. So, I have a few questions I'd like to ask if you are okay with that.
Hmm.
Alright, so what was going through your mind once you got to the jewelry store?
Well, at first we didn't think this was possible. Jet skis, they've been in the water before. We all knew that, but we'd never even really put them near a jewelry store, so we had no idea if this was going to work.
Yeah.
And when the helicopter touched down, right, it was insane. There were so many thoughts going through my head all in that one moment. Uh, I drove the jet ski and I put it through the doors and it went down the ramp and I really can't even describe what I felt in that moment. So many limits were just being broken, so many barriers, so many restrictions, so many limits that the developers, had put into the game, and we had just broken in that moment. It's really indescribable.
Yeah. It must have been pretty emotional.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
What do you think was the most or the biggest emotion you were feeling as, the jet ski was going down the ramp?
I would have to say probably shock and joy. We were mostly shocked because we didn't think this was possible. Like never in a million years did we think, hey, a jet ski is going to go into the jewelry store. And joy because we were so happy that this worked, that our idea, we could finally see it pay off.
Yeah. Okay. Another question is that I wrote down is how did you do it? So how did you get the jet ski into the jewelry store?
Yeah, so this is many people think that one day we just decided, hey, let's put a jet ski in a jewelry store, but no, this is really it was kind of a process. We started by, first we pretty much ever since they added jet skis to the game to Roblox Jailbreak, we tried to experiment and break the limits of what was possible. And at first, we wanted to get the jet skis on the land, so we would back up a truck into the water and drive a jet ski into the back of the truck and drive it around the land. And we could use this to pretty much get the jet ski anywhere we wanted. But that wasn't really enough. We kind of thought, okay, well, is it possible to get the jet ski in buildings? And, trucks can't drive inside of buildings, so we had to experiment and to think outside the box here.
Yeah.
And this is kind of where the helicopter came into play. Uh, and with that, we were able to kind of lift the jet ski out of the water and bring it to the jewelry store. And that was, it was lots of trial and error that led up to that point. It was lots of thought, and it was kind of, just a stroke of genius that, hey, what if we used a helicopter? And again, we didn't think it was going to work. Once the helicopter touched down on top of the jewelry store, we're like, oh man, is it actually going to go in? And yeah, it did. It worked, and it was absolutely crazy.
Yeah. That's that's awesome. Um, did you have any inspirations on like what inspired you to do that? Put a jet ski inside of a jewelry store?
I think just the possibility, trying to break the limits of what's possible with the game. And I think that's kind of what Roblox Jailbreak is all about, in a way, is breaking limits. Developers of the game, there's a lot of limits. Like when you rob the power plant, it's kind of like a race. You have to get back to your base as fast as you can. And there's a lot of people who are like, oh, you can't do it faster than this, or there's no faster way. And those limits have always been broken. There's always been a faster way that's been found.
Mm,
And they try to patch the museum where you know, you can't pull people out of the museum halfway through. You have to do the whole thing. People always found a way to break that and get out. And I think we're just like, man, jet skis can't go in jewelry stores. That's a limit that's been set, and we got to break that. And I think
yeah.
it's truly an inspiration. That's kind of one of the main reasons I made the video, is just to inspire people to say, hey, break limits, put jet skis in jewelry stores.
That's great. I'm really I'm just still in shock that I'm on a Zoom call with you. Okay. The famous Naitronbomb gamer. Okay. Um another the third or second to last question is that I wrote down is, were there any repercussions? And what I mean by this is like, besides not being able to show your face on YouTube and like around jewelry stores, like what was the other repercussions of that?
Yeah, well, uh, um, I think one of the main ones is just we changed the game of Roblox Jailbreak forever. Like before, you'd go in the jewelry store, rob it, parachute out and escape, and sell your coins or whatever. Pretty typical. But
Mhm.
ever since that day, ever since that video blew up, like you couldn't go into a jewelry store without seeing a jet ski. There's just everyone just was so inspired by our video and was going to go try it themselves. It was just, it was crazy just the impact that we really had. And I don't know, it was just, we really changed the game of Roblox Jailbreak forever. And I think we changed it in a positive way. We've really made the environment of Roblox Jailbreak a better place. And yeah, that's kind of one of the main repercussions that came out of the video.
So you're pretty proud of what you've done.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Um, the last question that I am going to be asking you today is, will there be a sequel to Jet Ski in the Jewelry Store?
I would like for there to be a sequel, very much. But the thing about jet ski in the jewelry store is it was a stroke of genius. It was like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Mhm.
And obviously, I'd like to have another once in a lifetime opportunity, but it doesn't really work like that. I think that if something else comes up, and if something that is worthy of being in a spot next to jet ski in the jewelry store, then yeah, there'll definitely be a sequel. Um, but I can't definitively say yes, there's going to be a sequel, or no, there won't be. I think they're just only time can tell if something else amazing will be discovered,
Yeah.
and I can create another epic masterpiece.
All right. Well, that's just about wraps it up. This has been interview with Naitronbomb Gamer, the creator of Jet Ski in the Jewelry Store. Um, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to his channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.